Today I thought I'd just show you a little bit about this cabinet here. A bunch of guys asked me questions about the gear I use, and it's pretty basic, but this old Fender Bassman cabinet is real special and I think it sounds great. I'll show you a little bit about it, okay? Here we go. To start with, it's pretty beat up. This grill cloth here is actually got 4 wood screws going through it here in the edges. That's where the wood frame is. Obviously it was broken. Yeah, I can see where it's been broken down below. I've actually never taken it off, but let's take a look at it, okay? It's only held on by 4 screws. You know, normally the grill cloths on these, they just pop in and off. They have like little, you know, like almost like a, what do you call that stuff? That little sticky stuff on the back that holds it around in there. But this one's been beat up, I can tell. I actually got this real cheap down at Bill Malonce's music store. Get this one here. Screws are totally rusted. And why would they be rusted in a speaker cabinet, huh? But they are. Here we go. Let's see if we can just pop it off now that I've taken those 4 screws out. I think we probably can. Yeah, there we go. I can already tell it's warped and broken both. Oh yeah. Look, see this stuff here? Totally cracked apart there. This is that really cheap fiberboard stuff. Oh, it's got a big crack in it right there. Oh, totally all the way through. This one's been glued here, but this one, you can see, it's cracked all the snots, and so is that one. But that's part of the charm of it, huh? I mentioned that I bought it down at Bill Malonce's music store. Oh, I've had this, excuse me, maybe 6 years, 7 years. I've had a bunch of other ones, but this is just the one I've been playing. And I got it, like I said, real good. I got it for $200, and it works and sounds perfectly. Interesting, look at this. 2 different speakers. Who knows which one's original or which one isn't? But the sounding board, the big plate here in the front, it all looks stable and solid. Oh, here's the little Velcro sort of sticky on things that it's supposed to be stuck on with. But obviously it's a little too weak just to stick on with those. I think maybe I'll take the back off so we can look at the speakers without me having to actually pull the speakers out, okay? Let's do that. Hey, look at this. Now that I turn it around, the back doesn't come off of this one. It's totally sealed. I know that certain cabinets, I forget what year this is, some of them you can take off screws and pop the back off. But this one, it's just totally sealed in the back. Let's see what it says here. Speaker enclosure, Bassman 50. It's got a serial number, 8 ohms, 4 ohms. Interesting. Oh, speaker impedance, 8 ohms. Total is 4 ohms. And of course the serial number doesn't have a date that I can see. It does say made in Fullerton, California though. I'm thinking this is probably a mid-60s one, made in Fullerton. Could be early 60s, but I don't know, I'm just guessing that 62, 3, 4, 5. Don't really know for sure. But it's classic. I grew up with these. My father played country music when I was a kid, or he played country music forever. And when I was a kid, I first learned to play through these and use these. It's got these 2 holes, which you can see here, for you know, putting the old Bassman down and screwing it in, tightening it down. We used to have those, used to carry them all the time. Maybe I will pull one of the speakers out in the front just so we can see what it is. Let's take a look at it. I think I'll pull out this speaker here first. It's interesting. It's got a, you know, typically it's screwed in, but it has place for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws to hold it down, but it's only got 5 of them in here. A few of them been lost, I guess. Let's pull them out here and see what we get, okay? Wrong direction. There we go. Thank goodness for these drill guns, huh? Back when I was a youngster, I used to repair these. We used to replace speakers. My dad had a music store, and it was always with a screwdriver, and it was a lot of work. Different screws, of course. Not some of them the original look like, some of them aren't. I suspect this cabinet simply was pretty much a throwaway for somebody, and Bill just decided he had fix the grill, put on some rusty old casters on the bottom, at least they work, and make a little money on it. And he did for me. I liked the price, and I've loved the sound of this thing. Oh, it's a little bit stuck here. Hang on a second here. I'll get a screwdriver and see if we can kind of pop it a little bit. Come on. It's stuck. What it is the material often between the speaker and the wood here, it's like a soft, foamy kind of stuff or rubbery kind of stuff, and it kind of melts, and over years it gets stuck in there. Let's see if I can get a little, try it again here. Oh, I'm moving it. It just take a little bit of effort, a little bit of time here. Obviously I don't want to try to screw the thing up. Oh, there it is. Popped it loose. It just took a little. Hey, check it out. Oh, yeah, baby. Where's our wires? Oh, they're there. They're cool. All right. Now let's see what this one says and what this one is. I tell you, it's a fairly heavy magnet. Oh, look, nothing on the back. What that tells me is, yeah, these obviously weren't the originals. I've seen what it looks like with originals on. Like, oh, hey, listen to this. No, it says Fender. Here's a little tag. Fender, $99.99. This is probably a Fender replacement one, so it didn't come with all the cool little tag, little label and stuff that they used to have. That it came, the original speaker had on, I'm sure. So at one time, this was a $100 replacement speaker. There was a period back in, what was it? When I was in North Texas, 78, 79, 80, I got into making cabinets. I studied a little bit and made them, and we used to buy JBLs, which were often high quality replacement Fenders, and even at that time they were about $200. I don't know what a good JBL costs today. But that's what that one is. And of course the cabinet here is stuffed with that foam. You know what I'm talking about, that stuff they put in walls. This is all yellow and stuffed in there. Let's put her back down. And I think I'll bolt this one down first, and then we'll take the other one out to look and see what it is, okay? Now this speaker had 6 screws in the 8 holes. And let's check it out here. Oh, baby, look at that. Here we go. This is the Fender sticker on here. Let me see if I can get where you can see it real well. Fender, musical instrument, made in USA, special design speaker. So that looks like that might be an original one. Or maybe it's a replacement. I don't know, it was stuck in there pretty hard. And again, it's full of all the foam stuff in there. What's that stuff called? It's insulation for walls. That's exactly what it is. Everything looks to be in good shape though. I think I just accidentally pulled this one off of there. There we go, yeah. Cool. So, now that we've seen the insides of it, let's put it back together, okay? Cool. Let's see where she goes. Yeah, that fits good right there. Cool. That's good and solid. That is too. Nice. Now I suppose it could be kind of anal about it and get some extra screws, but I don't know, baby's been working well, let's just leave it alone, huh? Cool. Excellent. Check out the bottom of it here. She's been around the track a time or two. These casters are almost gone. My God, they look like they are gone and somehow put back on. As you can see, the cover's been ripped off here, but the wood's nice and solid. And she works. Let's try it and see if it works. I love it. You probably can't see it, but I can feel both speakers are vibrating real well. By the way, I have to apologize for the sound. While the iPhone, that's what I'm recording with, does a great job visually, it doesn't pick up much good for the sound. You've heard this speaker though in a lot of my videos. Let me do a little bit of it again. Let's go with a kind of got a bright tone. It's surprisingly clear and clean for two 15s. I believe that's because of the narrowness, the thinness from back to front. I've played these, like I said, since I was 12 years old, and there's always a crispiness and a real strong punch and a brightness to these old cabinets like this. Most cabinets today are built quite a bit deeper. That's because they want more resonance. But I feel like this is a big sounding speaker box, but you're very quick responding. Let's go with this sort of a medium tone here. Actually, so we can kick it up. I just added a little low switch on here, my Walter Woods. Let's get a little bit of that. No, not that one here. There we go. Now I got some real bottom punch because I flipped a little lever here. Plus I got a little brightness here. Let's play a little groove. 2, 3, 4. Good old beat up Fender Bassman. Love it. I put the big rusty ones down on the bottom because I can see that's where they came from. I assume maybe this was standing in water sometime. Actually, maybe not though, because this bottom is still solid. But those screws sure have seen a lot of moisture.